The great Pelé player is unfortunately lost his life on December 29, 2022 at the age of 82. Have you ever thought about how this great football celebrity lived? In today's video you will know how the luxurious life of the considered king of football was. Come on! Before we start talking about the luxurious life of the great Pelé, let's explain how everything started. Born in 1940 in a small town in Brazil, from humble origins he started playing ball as a child. His career began to gain more relevance when he had the opportunity to play for a professional club, Santos Futebol Clube, becoming known and helping the team to win prizes. It was at that moment that he was summoned to represent the Brazilian national team, and there Pelé shone a lot, being the youngest athlete to win a World Cup. During his career, the great Pelé helped his country Brazil to win 3 World Cups, helping Brazil to be known as the country of football. During his entire career, the great Pelé scored 1243 goals in all his games, which is considered a Guinness World Record book, and because of that he has been considered the best player in history 7 times. It is because of this brilliant career that Pelé made a lot of money and had a luxurious life. Pelé houses. When we talk about where Pelé lived, you can be sure that we are talking about a lot of luxury. In 1979 the great player bought a super luxurious mansion in New York, in one of the noblest and most luxurious places in the city where many celebrities also own a home, such celebrities as Beyoncé, the famous Iron Man, among other celebrities. These are one of the photos of this beautiful mansion. Pelé bought the house in 1979 and paid around $156,000 at the time. In 2018 he sold the house. In recent years Pelé lived in a mansion located in Acapulco in Sao Paulo, a luxury condominium where several celebrities also own a home. Celebrities such as the player Neymar. The great Pelé has already shown this house in an interview. See. Pelé cars. In the last years of his life, Pelé was always seen in luxurious cars. But what are the player's cars at the time when he was considered the best player in the world? Well, Pelé's first car was a Beetle, which at the time was very successful and which today, depending on the condition, can reach $20,000. These are other luxury cars from the time that Pelé had. King's life. It is clear that Pelé, who was a very rich man, had some exaggerated luxuries. When it came to dressing well, the player did not think much about spending. He always wore luxury watches. Recently the player had signed a millionaire partnership with the watch brand Hublot, one of the biggest watch manufacturers in Switzerland. These are some of the luxury watches that the great player has already been spotted wearing. At the time that Pelé was the greatest player in the world, he decided to buy a speedboat and name it Kelly Christina, named after her daughter. The vessel and the Model C car's one of the most luxurious produced at the time. Despite having already retired many years before losing his life in 2022, Pelé continued to have sources of income that generated him many millions of dollars. Because he was long considered one of the best players of all time, he became something of a celebrity around the world. Its partner networks have millions of followers. All this visibility and its authority in the world of football ends up generating a lot of money. Several giant brands were always interested in investing and associating their products with the image of this great player. These are some of the brands that invested in this player. Your fortune. As one of the best players of all time, there is no doubt that his fortune is quite large. At the height of his career, he was considered the best paid athlete in the world. For you to have an idea of values, at the time that the player played for this club, he earned about $2 million. Despite being a high value, it is much lower values that players at the peak of their career receive today. Several sources have concluded that Pelé, by the year 2022, he had a fortune of around $87 million. And it's still little compared to the fortune he could have if the highest levels of his career were today. And if you liked the video, leave your like and subscribe to the channel.